Have you ever wondered how one person can stay strong when life changes overnight? Imagine this. A young woman loses everything she planned for her future. She has no money, no family nearby, and no one to help her. But in her arms, she holds the most precious gift of all, her newborn baby. Every day becomes a new challenge. Every choice could change their lives forever. Will she give up? Or will love give her the strength to keep going? Stay with me until the end to find out, and you'll improve your English naturally while enjoying this emotional story. Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to English Lovers Hub. Today, you won't study English from a textbook. Instead, you'll learn English naturally through a beautiful and emotional story. Listen carefully. Try to repeat the sentences after you hear them. You'll discover useful vocabulary, natural conversations, and everyday English that you can use in real life. So, relax, take a deep breath, and let's begin our story. The morning sun slowly entered a small hospital room. Emma looked at the tiny baby sleeping peacefully in her arms. His little fingers gently held one of hers. She smiled, but tears filled her eyes. "Hello, Noah," she whispered. "I'm your mom, and I promise I'll always protect you." She didn't know what tomorrow would bring. She only knew one thing. She loved her baby more than anything in the world. Outside the window, the city was waking up. Inside the room, a completely new life was beginning. 2 hours later, a nurse walked quietly into the room. She handed Emma a small envelope. "This was left for you," she said softly. Emma opened it with shaking hands. Inside was only a short letter. "I'm sorry. I can't do this. Please forgive me." There was no name, no phone number, nothing else. Emma looked at Noah. She finally understood. She would raise her baby alone. For a moment, the room felt silent. She closed her eyes. A single tear rolled down her cheek. But then Noah moved a little and softly cried. Emma gently hugged him. "It's okay," she whispered. "We still have each other." 3 days later, Emma left the hospital. She carried Noah carefully in her arms. Outside, many families were smiling together. Some fathers carried flowers. Some grandparents took pictures. Emma watched them for a second. Then she smiled at Noah. "It may only be us, but we're going to be a happy family." She took a deep breath and walked toward the bus stop. A cool wind touched her face. Life was already testing her. Bus driver: "Need help with the baby?" Emma: "Yes, please." Bus driver: "Take your time." Emma: "Thank you so much." Bus driver: "Congratulations." Emma smiled. "Thank you." Emma's apartment was very small. There was one bedroom, a tiny kitchen, an old sofa, and a little table near the window. She gently placed Noah in a small baby bed. Then she looked around. There wasn't much food, only bread, milk, rice, and a few apples. Emma quietly opened her wallet. She counted her money. It wasn't much. She took another deep breath. "We'll be okay," she whispered. "We'll find a way." That night, Noah cried again and again and again. Emma walked slowly around the room. She sang soft songs. She rocked him gently. Still, he cried. Emma looked at the clock. 3 o'clock in the morning. She was completely exhausted. But when Noah finally smiled in his sleep, Emma smiled too. Every tired moment suddenly felt worth it. "You're finally sleeping," she laughed quietly. "Now maybe I can sleep too." Just then, Noah opened his eyes again. Emma laughed even louder. "Oh, you little troublemaker." A few weeks passed. Noah was growing stronger every day. Emma opened her laptop. She searched for jobs she could do from home. She sent many applications. 1, 5, 10, 20. Every morning she checked her email. Nothing. The next day, still nothing. She didn't stop. "I have to keep trying," she said. One afternoon, a message finally appeared. "We would like to interview you." Emma smiled with excitement. The next morning, Emma met an older woman in the hallway. She smiled kindly. "Oh my," the older woman said. "What a beautiful baby." "Thank you," Emma replied. "My name is Emma." "I'm Mrs. Carter," the woman said warmly. "If you ever need help, just knock on my door." Emma smiled politely. "That's very kind." Mrs. Carter looked at Noah. "He has your smile." Emma hadn't heard kind words in a long time. They warmed her heart. Mrs. Carter: "Remember, no one should face life alone." Emma: "I'll remember that." The interview started on Emma's laptop. She wore her favorite blue blouse. She smiled politely. The manager appeared on the screen. "Tell me about yourself." Emma took a deep breath. "My name is Emma. I'm hardworking, I'm organized, and I never give up." The manager smiled. "I like your attitude." Just then, a tiny voice filled the room. "Wah!" Noah had started crying. Emma looked embarrassed. "I'm so sorry." The manager smiled even more. "Don't worry, I'm a father too." Emma laughed with relief. Maybe this day was about to change everything. Emma looked at the laptop screen. She waited quietly. The manager smiled. "Emma, we would like to offer you the job." For a moment, Emma couldn't speak. "Really?" she asked. "Yes," the manager replied. "Your experience is good, and I can see that you don't give up easily." Emma's eyes filled with happy tears. "Thank you so much. This opportunity means everything to me." "You'll work from home," the manager explained. "That way you can take care of Noah too." Emma looked at her little boy. He was smiling as if he understood every word. Sometimes life becomes brighter when you least expect it. Manager: "Can you start on Monday?" Emma: "Absolutely." Manager: "Welcome to the team." Emma: "Thank you. I won't disappoint you." Monday came quickly. Emma's days became very busy. In the morning, she answered emails. After that, she changed Noah's diaper. Then she joined online meetings. Later, she fed Noah his lunch. Sometimes Noah laughed during a meeting. Sometimes he cried. Sometimes he tried to touch Emma's keyboard. Emma laughed. "Noah," she said, "you're my smallest coworker." Working and raising a baby at the same time wasn't easy, but every day Emma became stronger. Little by little, she found a routine that worked for both of them. Emma: "Okay, meeting first. Noah, your bottle is next." "Oh no, you found my keyboard again." One evening, someone knocked on Emma's door. It was Mrs. Carter. She was carrying a large box. "I found these in my attic," she said. "I think Noah can use them." Emma opened the box. Inside were tiny clothes, warm blankets, baby books, soft toys. Everything looked clean and carefully folded. Emma couldn't believe it. "These belonged to my grandson," Mrs. Carter said with a smile. "I've been saving them for years." Emma hugged her gently. "Thank you," she whispered. "You have no idea how much this helps." Mrs. Carter smiled. "Oh, I think I do." Months passed. Noah was growing fast. One sunny afternoon, Emma sat on the living room floor with him. She pointed to herself. "Mama." Noah looked at her. "Mama," she repeated with a smile. He blinked. Then suddenly, "Mama." Emma froze. "Did you hear that?" she whispered. Mrs. Carter laughed from the kitchen. "I certainly did." Emma hugged Noah tightly. His first word wasn't perfect, but to Emma, it was the most beautiful word in the world. "Emma, can you say it again?"
Noah. "Mama!" Emma laughed and cried at the same time. One rainy evening, dark clouds covered the sky. Heavy rain fell outside. Suddenly, the lights went out. The apartment became completely dark. Noah started crying. Emma searched for a flashlight. She found one in a kitchen drawer. Its small light filled the room. Emma smiled at Noah. "It's okay. I'm here." Mrs. Carter knocked on the door. "Are you two all right?" "We're fine," Emma answered. They spent the evening together telling funny stories by flashlight. Sometimes difficult moments create beautiful memories. Mrs. Carter. "Power always comes back." Emma. "I hope so." Mrs. Carter. "Until then, let's make tonight an adventure."
A few days later, Noah felt warm. Emma touched his forehead. Oh no, he had a fever. She quickly called the doctor. The doctor smiled kindly during the video call. "Don't panic," he said. "Children sometimes get fevers. Give him plenty of water, let him rest, and call me if his fever gets higher." Emma stayed beside Noah all day. She gently held his tiny hand. She whispered soft songs until he finally fell asleep. A parent's love never takes a break. "You'll feel better soon, I promise." The next month, Emma's manager called again. "We've been doing an excellent job," he said. "We've noticed your hard work." Emma smiled. "Thank you. We'd like to give you a promotion." Emma covered her mouth. "A promotion?" "Yes, you'll earn more money." Emma couldn't believe it. After the call ended, she looked around her little apartment. 1 year ago, she had been afraid of the future. Now, hope lived in every corner of her home. "Thank you for believing in me. You earned it." Soon Noah turned 1 year old. Emma wanted his birthday to be special. She didn't have much money for a big party, so she made everything herself. She baked a small cake. She decorated the apartment with colorful paper stars. Mrs. Carter brought balloons. A few neighbors joined them. Everyone sang together. Noah laughed so loudly that everyone laughed with him. Emma looked around the room. A year ago, she had felt completely alone. Now, she realized something important. Family isn't always the people you are born with. Sometimes, family is the people who choose to stand beside you. Emma smiled with tears in her eyes. This was only the beginning of a beautiful future. Happy birthday, Noah. Happy birthday. Thank you, everyone. This means so much to us. 2 more years passed. Noah was now a happy little boy. He loved drawing, building towers with blocks, and asking endless questions. One evening, Emma received an email from her company. "We would like to offer you a full-time office position." The salary was much higher. The benefits were better too. Emma smiled at first. Then she looked at Noah. If she accepted the job, she would spend less time with him. She sat quietly by the window. "What should I do?" she whispered. Sometimes the hardest choices are between 2 good things. I want to give Noah the best future, but I also want to be there while he grows up. Emma visited Mrs. Carter the next morning. They sat together with warm cups of tea. Emma told her everything. Mrs. Carter listened carefully. Then she smiled. "When I was young, I thought being a good parent meant doing everything perfectly." Emma nodded. "But I learned something." "What is it?" Emma asked. "Children don't need perfect parents. They need loving parents." Emma became quiet. Those simple words stayed in her heart. "Mrs. Carter, whatever you choose, choose with love." "Thank you. I really needed to hear that." A few weeks later, Noah wore his tiny backpack for the first time. He looked excited. Emma held his little hand as they walked to preschool. When they arrived, Noah suddenly stopped. He hugged Emma tightly. "Will you come back?" he asked softly. Emma smiled and knelt beside him. "Of course, I'll always come back." Noah took a deep breath. Then he walked into the classroom. Emma watched through the window. Her little baby wasn't so little anymore. She felt proud and just a little emotional. "Good morning, Noah." "Good morning. Have fun." "I will." One afternoon, Emma was leaving work after an important meeting. As she walked through the park, she noticed a man sitting alone on a bench. He looked tired. He looked nervous. When he turned around, Emma recognized him immediately. It was Noah's father. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Years had passed. Life had changed. Finally, he stood up. "Emma, I'm sorry. I've wanted to say those words for a long time. Why are you here? Because I never stopped thinking about both of you." They walked slowly through the park. The man looked down. "I was afraid," he admitted. "I wasn't ready to be a father." Emma listened quietly. "I made the biggest mistake of my life. I can't change the past, but I wanted to tell you the truth." Emma looked at him. "I was angry for a long time, but carrying anger is heavy. I've learned to move forward." The man nodded with tears in his eyes. "Thank you for listening. Sometimes forgiveness doesn't erase the past, it simply makes the future lighter. Emma, I forgive you, but trust takes time." "I understand." That evening, Emma returned home. Noah ran to the door. "Mama!" He hugged her tightly. Mrs. Carter smiled from the kitchen. "How was your day?" Emma looked around the room. The walls were filled with Noah's colorful drawings. There were toys on the floor. Laughter filled the air. Emma smiled. This little apartment once felt empty. Now it was full of love. She finally understood. Home is not about the size of the house. Home is about the love inside it. "I missed you." "I missed you too." A few months later, Emma accepted a flexible position at her company. She could work from home several days each week and visit the office when needed. It was the perfect balance. Noah was happy at preschool. Mrs. Carter still visited almost every day. Life wasn't perfect. There were still difficult moments, but Emma had learned something important. Happiness doesn't come from having an easy life. It comes from facing challenges with love, hope, and courage. She looked at Noah playing in the garden. "Thank you," she whispered. "You made me stronger than I ever imagined." Years later, Noah stood on a school stage. He smiled at the audience. "My biggest hero is my mom. She taught me to be kind, she taught me to work hard, and she taught me to never give up." Emma sat in the front row. Tears rolled gently down her face. Mrs. Carter held Emma's hand. "You did it," she whispered. Emma smiled. "No, we did it." Sometimes one person's love can change another person's life forever. And sometimes that love changes many lives. Audience, clapping loudly. Noah, "Thank you, Mom." Emma, "I love you." Noah, "I love you too." Life is not always fair. Sometimes we face problems we never expected. But love gives us strength. Kindness brings hope. Hard work opens new doors, and asking for help is never a sign of weakness. Remember, you don't have to be perfect to build a beautiful life. You only need courage to take the next step. Thank you so much for watching and learning English with English Lovers Hub. I hope this story helped you improve your English listening, vocabulary, and speaking skills while touching your heart. Remember, every story you listen to makes your English a little stronger. Keep listening, keep speaking, keep believing in yourself. Now, tell me in the comments, who inspired you the most in this story? Emma, Noah, or Mrs. Carter, and why? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to English Lovers Hub, and share it with a friend who is learning English. See you in the next story.